Good everyone, you're watching Radio Fixes. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to fix plugged in not charging laptop in your Windows 11 and Windows 10 machine. The plugged in not charging message on Windows laptop usually comes from a mix of power cord, driver or BIOS level issues rather than a guaranteed dead battery. Here are a couple of steps which you could try to get this issue resolved. Now the first step is to try with the basic hardware check. Make sure the charger is fully plugged into both the wall and the laptop. Try a different wall outlet or a power strip. Inspect the cable and adapter for loose connection. If possible, try a known good charger for the same model. Clean the laptop's charging port with a dry brush or a compressed air to remove the dust or debris blocking contact. If the battery still doesn't charge with a good charger, you can try with the next step. Now the next step is to go ahead and restart and run Power Troubleshooter. The first thing what you will have to do here is restart the laptop while the charger is plugged in. Sometimes stuck ACPI or battery state clears after reboot. So once your computer restarts, try to plug into the charger and check if you are able to charge the battery. In case if it works, well and good, you don't need to try the next step. Now the next step is to go ahead and run the power diagnostic tool. To do this, you will have to go to the search window, and in the search window you may go ahead and type command. You will see the best match for the command prompt. Do a right click and then click on run as administrator. In case if you get a user access control prompt, you may click on yes or continue on the screen. Once you have the command prompt open, you can go ahead and copy the command from my video description and type it here, or you can do a right click that should paste the command. Hit enter to execute this command and you will see a troubleshooter on the screen. Click on advanced. Make sure your apply repairs automatically is checked. Click on next. What this will do is this will go ahead and diagnose in case if there are any issues related. Now with this you would see this mission. With this you would see the message saying that the troubleshooting has completed, and you may click on close. Close this window. Restart the computer and then try to plug in your charger and check if your issue has been resolved. In case if your issue has been resolved, well and good, you don't need to try the next step. Now the next step is to go ahead and reset or reinstall battery drivers from the device manager. To do this, you will have to do a right click on the start button and then click on the device manager. Once you have the device manager open, you will have to locate for batteries. Once you locate batteries, you will have to go ahead and expand batteries until you locate Microsoft AC adapter and Microsoft ACPI compliant control method battery. So here what you will have to do is you will have to go ahead and disable and enable the Microsoft AC adapter. You can do a right click and then click on disable adapter. When prompted, you may click on yes. Once this is done, wait for a few seconds and then do a right click again and then click on enable device. Repeat the same step for Microsoft ACPI compliant control method battery. Do a right click and then click on disable advice. Click on yes. Wait for a few seconds and then do a right click and then click on enable device. Once this is done, you may go ahead and shut down the computer completely. Wait for 10 to 15 seconds. Disconnect your charger. Now after 10 to 15 seconds, connect your charger and then turn on the laptop and check if your issue has been resolved. In case if your issue has been resolved, well and good, you don't need to try the next step. Now the next step is to go ahead and reset power plants and calibration. To do this, you will have to open the command prompt. So you can go to the search window, and in the search window, you may go ahead and type command. You will see the best match for the command prompt. You can do a right click and then click on run as administrator. In case if you get a user access control prompt, you may click on yes or continue on the screen. Once you are on the command prompt, you will have to copy the command from my video description and paste it here, or you can type it manually. This will go ahead and restore your default schemes. You may close this window. Once that is done, you may go ahead and check if your issue has been resolved. In case if your issue has been resolved, well and good, you don't need to try the next step. Now the next step is to go ahead and update BIOS and chipset drivers. To do this, you will have to go to your laptop manufacturer's support site such as Dell, HP, Lenovo, etc. Enter your model and update the BIOS firmware and chipset drivers. Some Windows and BIOS updates have changed how charging thresholds work, so mismatch can cause plugged in or not charging for at least 50 to 80% of this issue. Once the BIOS has been updated or the chipset has been updated, you can restart your computer and check if your issue has been resolved. In case if your issue has been resolved, well and good. You don't need to try the next step. The last thing what you could go ahead and check is, which is likely could be a hardware related. If the above steps don't help and the adapter port looks fine, internal battery failure could be one of the issue. It could be because of the age, swelling, or wear, faulty charging board, or a motherboard circuitry. In that case, the fix is usually a battery replacement or a board repair by a service center. So you will have to contact your authorized computer manufacturer service center and they should be able to fix the problem. I hope this video was useful and all these steps should definitely help you to resolve this issue. In spite of trying all this step, if you're still facing a problem, I would suggest you to leave me a comment in the comment section so that I can come up with the possible solution. Thank you for watching. You have a great day.